So this is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. It's Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Been saying that for almost 900 shows, and we mean it. We really mean it. We'll be coming up on 1,000, y'all. Hey, I want to ask a question real quick before I bring everybody on. We got a lot of commercials that are on television, all right? You got commercials for medicine and cancer and this and that. And my question is, why these people smiling when they got these problems? They just, 99% of the people have, toenail cancer or whatever. And they be like, my toes are just cancerous, but I'm happy. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
They happy they still living. They happy they still breathing.
Man, show me
Right?
some realism. I look, oh, my toe is just cancerous. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just can't take it.
They don't want those people on there.
Man, that's a real commercial.
They want it to look like I'm taking these pills or injections and I'm doing much better. Yes.
Show me the before and after of the toe. I want to see the before and after of the cancerous toe, okay? That way I know that the medicine is working. I know you feel me, Mo.
Yes, I do. Y'all
Come
see,
on.
I'm out here in the world. In the world, just
In the
chilling.
world.
Mo be at motel, Holiday Inns. You be at more of them hotel, motel, Holiday Inns.
Nah.
Come on, man. Who in the room with you?
More don't stay in no hotel, motel, Holiday Inns.
I'm sorry, sweets. Look at him. He got sweets. Okay, see?
That's right. Mo ain't going for that.
My bad.
You see how look how good the Wi-Fi. You ain't getting that in no hotel Holiday Inn.
Okay, so that means that the last times that he was in some places and the Wi-Fi was on.
Yeah. You can run into that. You can run into the some of them good places that have horrible Wi-Fi.
Let's go. But it's cool, man. Tonight, man, he hasn't shown up yet, so I'm getting a little worried. All right, but this guy has a story to tell. Now, he's had a bunch of tragedies in his life, but he's worked through those. And most times when a tragedy happens, man, people normally give up. They give up and say, okay, it's going to take me. It's going to take everything in me to get past this tragedy. But I don't have the strength to do it. This guy, he had the strength to do it, all right? I've been knowing him for a long time. He used to be in a rap group that was doing very well. That broke up. I wanted that part. I'll let him tell because I don't know if he wants to tell this other part. But then he started doing photography and became known all over the world for his photography. Then he met with another tragedy. He had a stroke. All right. And to see him battle his way back from that stroke, and right now he calls himself, he got a new gig. He's the plug, and he is helping people do content creation, showing them how to market, showing them all of that stuff, man. I mean, Danny, I don't even know if he wants me to say his real last name, but Danny Black, okay? That's what we're talking about. He's from our hometown as well, man, but he's internationally known, not just on the microphone, but he all in everybody's home. I'm trying to rhyme like he used to rhyme, you know? But he's been a
Go
DJ.
ahead on now.
He's been a DJ. He's been a dancer. He's done all of this, man. I call him a Renaissance man in the post, but he's not here yet. And I hope Chris got him in. Matter of fact, I'm going to tag him again, make sure he's ready, because he's very.
You
busy.
sent the link, right?
No. I told Chris to send the link. And I called Chris. And and Chris said he just talked to him on the phone, sent him the link, and said everything is good.
Okay.
So, I'm you know, as you say what you're saying, I'm going to send him the link again while we're on here. But I mean, today, man, I expressed to you all yesterday how I knew 5 people from the hood, from the neighborhood that passed away. Doesn't that set like a precedence for you to start, not you per se, but everybody to start recognizing these people? You know, speak to your friends, speak to these people that, you know, because we grew up with them, so they're around the same age. Give them their flowers, man. Let them know that you care while they're here, as opposed to going to the funeral being phony. Not necessarily phony, but you know. Oh God, you should have took me first. Okay, well,
those are the ones who always talk about how close they were with someone once they're dead, once they passed away.
I don't get that. You know, that was my best friend. All right.
Oh, we used to do so much together.
Yeah, let's start speaking the truth, man. We want to give people their flowers while they're here, as opposed to waiting till they're gone, all right? Speaking of giving flowers, all right? Like I said, this is my brother right here. This man has done so much. He has gone from, you know, we always talk about going through things to get to something else. This brother has done this, all right? I have I've seen firsthand what this brother does and how he does not give up. I've seen tragedies in his life happen, and he still continues to go on. How many people can do that and be successful at it? I call him the Renaissance man because he's done everything and he's still doing it. They call him the plug now, all right? My man, Danny Plug. What's going on, B?
What up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
What's happening, Plug?
Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
See the plug.
Man, how y'all doing, man?
Good. Welcome.
Brother,
Sorry, I was a little late because my wife was having some issues.
That's okay. Number one, it's good to see you again, bro. You know,
man,
but you know, you're always here. You're always here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, bro, look, let's get it cracking, y'all, for real. All right, let's go way back. Let's go way back. All right, because we're gonna get to the club way back. Now, this guy was in a group that was destined for stardom. Okay, and they broke up. Well, I'm not gonna say that they broke up. Tell us the story, man.
Oh man, it was yeah. So he's in the group. We started a rap group when we was in high school in the 80s. Rap was just jumping off. And this other rap group is more popular than us. And we met them and they took us to the radio station. They were like, man, y'all dope. Y'all like our little brothers. They were older than us. They were called the Rappeteers. So they took us to the radio station, and the station director loved us. He was like, oh, I like them. He took us right to the back. The day we met him, Gary Law, rest in peace. He took us right to the back and made us get around this mic. I didn't know what he was doing. And he recorded. He said, do what you did for me up front right here. And he recorded it. And he said, hey, I'm going to put this on the top 8 at 8. And we're going to see what the people say. Man, I was, 17, 16 going to say. We went home, started calling everybody. Hey, call WLTH, please tell them play this. Hey, long story short, they made that record in the top 8 at 8. It went all the way. It was an instrumental beatbox. It went all the way to #1 every night. And we was like, man, we in high school signing autographs. Anyway, we moved. We graduated that year, moved to Minnesota, start tearing up Minnesota. Now we was tearing up Gary, and we was tearing up Minnesota way bigger than Gary. It was on another level, like meeting Prince, Jesse Johnson.
You beat the whole flight time.
Man, flight time. We and see, I'm glad you brought that up. We didn't understand artist development, which artists don't understand that now. But back then, since we did everything ourselves, we didn't know how to wait on the back burner. And since you said that when we met Jimmy Jam, he was like, man, I love y'all, but I can't work with y'all right now. So we thought he was lying to us. He was like, I could put y'all on artist development because I got New Edition, I got Janet Jackson. We was like, man, he just didn't want to tell us no. Now I go, damn, I should have listened to him. But anyway,
hindsight being 2020.
Man, so we started doing it, and we got a deal with Tommy Boy. Well, we didn't sign yet, so Tommy Boy flew us out to New York. So we were under, if you remember the group Stetsasonic.
Yep.
I remember.
Those were our mentors. So they'd come over to the crib every day. De La Soul was up under us. So it was supposed to go. It was supposed to go Stetsasonic, La Boys, that was the name of the group, then De La Soul. Now, you see De La Soul, damn, they hit legends because they took our song. But this what happened. We went out there. We didn't understand the music game, and they were paying for everything. And as young men from Gary, we didn't understand they had to pay for everything. So it was making us feel bad. But we didn't know that's what they do to artists. Right. Set you up. We were staying in Brooklyn. Crazy part. Al Sharpton was buying us groceries. That's crazy how big he is now. And I'm going, man, that was our boy. So my father, and I always say this, if I wouldn't have left, they wouldn't have left. So that's how everything happened when we started this man. But my father was like, oh, why don't have y'all in the studio? Why don't this? Why don't that? I'm gonna send you a ticket and you better be on it. And I was 18. I'm listening to my father, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I don't want to leave. We got it going. He's like, nope, you better be on that bus.
Wow.
That's what happened. And when I left, everybody tried to stay. Then everybody came home one by one. And Tommy Boy was pissed. Yeah. But we had never signed, so they couldn't keep us.
Right. They couldn't hang nothing over your head.
Yeah, they couldn't do nothing. And so we left that. But when we came back, it was a new record label starting here. And they were some dope dealers. Big time drug dealers. Yeah, so they had a rap contest and we won it. And whoever won it got the record deal. So that's how we got the record out, Quiet Storm. So we had the record out. We was doing good. I mean, man, we was touring. We was opening up. It was like, dang, this how I feel to really make it. I'm a teenager, and it's in the 80s. This when it was hard. So what happened, man, one of our members didn't want to do it no more. He became really, really spiritual. And he was like, man, God don't want me to do this. And I'm like, right when Jive was about to sign it. So we about to get $165,000 signing bonus. That's a lot of money back then. And I'm going, huh? You don't want to do what? And our manager was so cool, he let him go. And he told me, he said, I can keep you under this contract. James Dr. Die. And he was like, but I'm gonna let you go because that's what you want to do. So I tried to do it. And when he did that, Ray had moved. It was me, Sean, and Ray. Ray had moved to Atlanta already. Yeah. And Sean quit. So I'm by myself. And they tried to put these guys, they were real cool with me. I loved them, the twins in the group. So it was three of us, but it wasn't, people didn't really like the group the way it was then.
Wasn't the same.
So, yeah. And then I still was going to do it. They was going to do me solo. But then my fiance at that time got killed.
That was the other tragedy. That's the tragedy I was telling them about. I said, I'll let you tell me. I can't say it. So.
Yeah. That broke everything. When that happened, and she was so big, and her mother was so big in the drug game that it was like what's that lady name, Griselda Blanco? That was like her mama. So
Wow.
that was like my mother-in-law. So she loved me, but then when they executed all them, her
Wow.
mom, and her twin sister killed them all.
Killed them all the same.
Was that in Gary?
Yep.
Yes.
And left my baby. My baby was there. She's 35 now.
Yeah.
She was 2 months in. That's all. That's the only person they left alive. So when
I remember this, bro. I'm telling you, I remember all of this.
You know how
I feel like I remember that story too.
That's when Greg was starting the dance show.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be on the dance show, but I moved. Yeah. I was like, man, we about to be on cable TV dancing. And they see doing. I say, my father was like, you got to get up out of here. I'm like, no, I don't want to leave. He's like, nah, I heard they was looking for you. And I was like, okay. So that's when I left it. That's why I wasn't on the show. Because I moved to Atlanta. That was it.
Your dad might have made a great decision for you. He may have made a decision that saved your life, even though you didn't see it.
My grandmother told him, she was like, hey, somebody came looking for, and see, nobody calls me Daniel. It's either Danny or all my other nicknames. And she was like, somebody came over here looking for Daniel. I knew it. They didn't know him. And I was like, and my father was like, yeah, okay, call Ray. And I was at bus that next week to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy,
that's
man.
how it happened, man.
And you know, again, I can remember that like it was yesterday, man. And I remember when you were supposed to come on the show and you didn't. And I was like, because we were real cool back then. And I was like, something must be wrong. And then I read that in the paper. And I'm like, okay, I understand. I can totally understand. But you survived that, and you went through that, and you reinvented yourself, man. Tell us about that reinvention.
Oh, well, like I said, went to Atlanta. Right before I went to Atlanta, I started producing. So the crazy thing, I had got my fiance and her sister a record deal with M-Doc and Hula. They was out of Chicago. Okay. Yeah, my boy James White, he from G, he live in Nap now. He the one
used to be my producer.
That's my dog, man. The chameleon. Yep, J-Dub. J-Dub set it up, and he got us the deal. Well, got them the deal, and we started working on the album, me and J-Dub. But that happened. And so, but I started to, J-Dub was teaching me how to produce. So that's when I became a producer. And I said, okay. So when I went down to Atlanta, I was producing with Ray, what's them little boys' name? They stayed in our apartment, ABC. They stayed in our apartment complex. Well, the two lead singer brothers. And I just started doing beats. And when I came back here, everybody knew me as doing beats. And I was like, I need a new name. Because, so I don't know where. I was really into Lexus trucks. So when I came back, I saw my buddy, Jay Graves, big time sports announcer now. He had just won the rap battle at BET. And he's like, yo, man, I want you to help me do my album. So I started helping him with his album. And he said, man, you're gonna need a name for the credits. And I was like, man, I love that Lexus truck, man. I love that Lexus truck. So everybody started calling, we gonna call you Mr. Lex. I'm like, I like that. Yeah. So that's how I got that nickname. And I've been Lex. Vernon still call me Lex.
He does. He does.
So I've been Lex for the longest.
You called him Vernon, but we talking about Chris. Y'all.
Okay, I didn't know. I know him as Chris Mills. Yeah, I know him as Mills. I just didn't want to know. I know. You know what I mean? That's like my little brother, man. Like I'm Greg's little brother. We just flow down the line.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I started producing and I started doing really good producing. I was on the charts and doing my thing, reinventing myself. And then another tragedy. I was married at that time.
Yep.
Then bam, got a divorce.
Yep.
And when I got a divorce, it just took music out of my life. I was like, man, it's because it's music. I'm divorced. I hate music. And you talking about somebody that love music. So I stopped doing that. And I just started working.
Mo down there saying, boy, I know what you're saying.
Man, it was like, it hurt so bad, man. And I tell men, My mom died when I was 8, but the divorce hurt me more than when my mom died. That's
Yeah.
how much pain, because I knew I was losing my kids.
Yeah.
And my little babies was like, that's your world. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to see them no more. But anyway, so I started just
Yeah,
working, making seats.
I remember that too, bro. God damn.
Man, I started working making seats, and one of my guys, Jerome Lynch, I saw him taking pictures, and I'm like, I want to do that. I always want. I can't afford no camera though. Nah, I can't afford to do. I make $10.50 an hour, so y'all gonna triple this. So I'm doing it, but I'm watching him take pictures, and I'm just watching and studying. So I started taking pictures with my camera. With my phone. And so I that's when the market crashed, right when I got divorced, 2008, and I lost my 401k and everything. But when about 2 years later, a check came to me. It was the old 401k from the casino I was working at, and I was like, $1,100. This God did this. And I was dating somebody, and I was like, I'm gonna buy her a ring. True story. So I go to the ring shop. She don't know I got this money, and I'm gonna surprise her. And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to look at this ring. I only had $1,100, but she wanted a ring that cost $3,000. She didn't know what I was about to do. We were just looking at rings, and the lady kind of caught on, and she said, "Man, why don't you look at this ring over here?" And I said,
Thank you, Lord.
She kept, I want this ring. I want that. I said, you know what? Let's go to Best Buy. I know I got this money. So I went to Facebook. I jumped on Facebook. I said, hey, man, what camera should I get? And shout out to my boy Chris Nunn, rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
My dog, I love him. He was, everybody
brother.
loved him, man. Passed away of cancer. He jumped on my post. I always tell people, Chris Nunn, say, hey, buy this camera. And that's when I bought a camera. Just because she was tripping, I didn't get a ring, and I went and got a camera. The rest is history. And I ain't gonna even jump onto that. When I got a camera, I started shooting, and I was like, well, shoot, I know everybody in the music business. I could do concert photography. Yeah. I could do that. Get a call from Greg. Yeah, I see how this I get a call from Greg. Hey, my son, he got a rap group. I want you to shoot there. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. Shoot them. I'm having a ball, man. We having a ball. And it's crazy. My favorite picture of all time is what I took of his group. And some of the pictures blurry because I didn't know what I was doing, but that's my favorite picture.
And he has it hanging in his house.
Man, that picture's so cold to me. So I'm leaving, and Greg pulled out some money. I'm like, I ain't what this for? So I'm paying you. I'm gonna be your first client. I don't know exactly how he said it, but that's how he did it. And then called his son over, and we all held hands, and he started praying for me.
I did.
He said, "You about to
what? Not Greg.
Man, he was like, you about to travel the world. You about to become one of the biggest photographers out here." And everything he said came true. Everything he prayed
Let me interject on this, man. Now, I told him, because this is what I told him. I said, he said, no, bro, I'm doing this. I said, look, dude, this is what you're doing. This is what your profession is. You should be paid for it. Make sure that you get paid from everybody. And here, I'm paying you. I'm gonna be your first customer, okay? But even through that, as he left, because he did it again for me too. As some cold pictures, y'all, man. If y'all saw these pictures, matter of fact, I was gonna grab one, but if y'all saw these pictures, okay, my guys didn't even know what to do. They were like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna make this happen, all right." But I called Danny again. I said, "Danny, I'm gonna be at this concert, all right." And Danny, you go ahead and tell that story, bro.
Man, he was like, yo, be at this concert. You gonna be Rick Ross. Man, it's so hard to say. It ain't hard to say, but he said, you gonna be Rick Ross, personal photographer, personal concert. I said, what? Rick Ross? Me?
just
I'm
turned
all
Rick
in
Ross.
front of man. I'm all backstage, front of this. Now those pictures are correct. And you
He
know what
took
it
the
led
picture.
to? Huh?
I'm just gonna say that there was one picture he took of Rick Ross. It was black in the background. It was like that old Teddy Pendergrass picture with steam coming up.
Oh,
Took
it
this
was
picture, and Rick Ross
cold,
said that's the best picture he ever had.
man.
Go ahead, Danny.
I was gonna say, you know what did? And see, I was there early. Greg told me to get there and
Get there early.
and I shot all the groups that opened up for him, and that's how I met all them groups because I started posting them pictures in every group. Man, you was who was that? And to this day, one of the guys we super close. I taught him how to shoot. He's one of the biggest videographers. His name is Hollywood. He done shot so many video. He's like the man in videos. And I met him that night because I posted their pictures. And I met a lot of people, and that like just catapulted me, you know, to the next thing. So yeah, yeah. Greg took care of me.
This dude said, Byron said, did Greg let you photograph him? No.
Nah.
Say that about me. No.
You know what, too, Greg? You don't even remember this. So Greg been putting me on. So he brought me down to the radio station. They were down there, and I know he don't remember it. It was this man. I don't even remember him. It was a short guy, and Greg said, "Come here, I want you to meet this man, millionaire dude. I'll show you. Don't even look like a millionaire walking around. He owned a lot of radio stations. I don't even remember his name." And he said, "Yeah, Greg told me, you know, you the best photographer out here." And I said, "Nah, I'm all right. You know how we do. Nah, I'm all right." And he was like, "You just lost the customer." I was like, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "You don't never." He already told me you was the best, so I'm already, you know, basically sold. He said, "You never. If don't nobody on big up you, you got to big up yourself." I learned that from back then. I never forgot it. That man was like, "You have to be your biggest fan."
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're right. You're right. I never forgot that, man. Yep. Yeah, so that's what I did, man. Started taking pictures and doing that.
And been all over the world taking pictures now, y'all.
Man, you know what? One of my friends, if y'all know about investing, this is a dude called a master investor. Mm-hmm. He's big time now. He's from East Chicago. His name is Ian. I used to manage him because he could rap. And when I first started shooting, he turned me on to this dude. He said, "Hey, you ever met a guy named Chase Jarvis?" And I'm like, "Chase Jarvis? Who is that?" So I looked him up, and he was traveling the world. This white guy just everywhere, jumping out of helicopters. Ooh, I want to do that because I didn't know nobody doing it. So I started looking up black photography. I didn't see none. I said, "That's my lane right there. That's my lane." So I start how I got to travel. I started, hey, if you book me, you could just fly me in, house me, feed me, and I shoot it for free. People jumped on it. So I started traveling for free. Yep. Like, okay, yeah, I need you in California. Then that turned into being paid. That turned into traveling to China. Man, when I went to Africa for that shoot, and they flew me in. These were 24-year-olds. Two 24-year-olds flew me to Africa because I met them on Instagram. And they wanted, one of them just started shooting, but he was so nervous. He said, "I want you to do it, big bro." They flew me over there. And here's the deal. One was dirt poor. One was super rich. And they were best friends. So I'm over there in mansions. I'm up in there like, I'm meeting mothers. And they like, "Yeah, next time you come, you stay in one of our mini homes. We'll cook for you." Like, Africa treats you so different. I was like, am I still on the planet?
Right. I'm gonna tell you though.
And then you know over here celebrities be tripping. Over there, I shot a celebrity. Her name is Sam Lahoko. We still cool, and she like, "Hey, how you doing? Hanging? We hanging?" I'm like, "Is this real?" I promise you, I picked up the dirt when I got to Africa, and I held it and I said, "Man, this is my ancestors. This is where we really from." And I started crying because I had a friend. Let me tell you, God be working. When I tell you God work. So, true story. I go on Facebook. I always run to Facebook. And I say, "Hey, I got a chance to go to Africa and I can go to Dubai. Which one would y'all rather go to?" Dubai. And I say, it was like 100 things. Everybody said Dubai. I'm like,
yeah.
Y'all y'all ain't Dubai American. I said, you know what? It's meant for me to go to Africa. So that's when I decided to go to Africa. And then next you know it, I got the call from my brothers. Next you know it, it was on my week that I like God set everything up. It was on my week of my vacation. I'm going over there and I go to Facebook again. Hey, anybody know anybody in Africa to help me out? It's a girl that went to West Side in Gary. She over in Africa. She jumped in my inbox. She was like, I saw your pictures. My friend want to shoot. We in Cape Town. I'm like, damn, y'all in Cape Town? So yeah, we travel the world. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna be in Cape Town, I'm be in Pretoria. She was like, well, you could just fly down to Cape Town. I said, here we go. You pay for my way to get to Cape Town, and I shoot it for free. And the girls from Chicago, man, they called me back like 2 hours later. Because I told them everything, my itinerary, everything. Hey, you got tickets. Check your email. I'm like, I'm going to Cape Town.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my God. So let me tell you, I ain't done how God was just boom. You believe? I'm gonna keep giving it to you. So I'm in Pretoria, and the friend, her name is Kim. She was like, you should go to the Lions Park. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time to go to the Lions Park. I got to do this. She gonna come all the way over here and not see no animals. I don't have time.
Really?
So I do my stuff in Pretoria. They fly me to Cape Town. I do my stuff there. It was beautiful. So I flew back to Johannesburg to catch the plane. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. They say, well, your plane don't leave to 8 at night. It's delayed. I said, 8 at night? What am I doing in the airport? So I hit Kim. Kim, you think I can go to the Lion Park? Oh, you got plenty of time. Boom. I run outside the airport looking for an Uber. How come I get an Uber that worked for the Lions Park?
Wow.
He's like, I take you to the Lions Park. We didn't even pay you. And at the Lions Park, you either ride the safari truck, this big truck, or you could drive through it. And he had this little Toyota Tercel, and they let him right in through the back. He's like, I bring all my clients here. Man, I'm riding through there, and I can show y'all, man, when he pulled up, because the lion is like right outside the glass window.
Right.
And when he walked up to the car, I'm looking at that lion. He looking at, and see, everybody think he's looking at me because I got the picture with him right in my face looking, but he was looking through the glass at his woman. He was just asleep. His woman got up and walked around and went over by them other lions. So he walked up and he everybody, how did you get him to do that? I said, dude, he wasn't looking at me. He looking at them other fools like, this my lady. Don't act fool. So he walked around. I was like, dude, a lion right up, the king of the jungle. So yeah, I got to do all that, man. God was just blessing me.
Well, that I don't know if I'm gonna call you Lex, Daniel, Danny.
Did I tell you?
Call you that.
Don't call him Daniel.
You're right. But he's the one that told me, he's like, man, Dubai is cool, but Dubai ain't rich. They get all their sources from Qatar. And then he had me doing my research. Yeah, he had me doing my research off that.
Yep. Qatar, the richest place on the planet. Dubai went bankrupt twice, and Qatar bailed them out. People don't even know that. I was like, I didn't know that.
Man, it is. We are talking with all my brothers and sisters on here now, but we talking with little brother Danny Black, man. I call him the Renaissance man because he's done just about everything in this business that you can do, and still is reinventing himself as we speak. Okay, now, bro, I mean, you know, you've done all of this. You photography, you world known now. You're doing not necessarily family photos, but you making sure that these people are looking. And I used to tell you they're looking through your eyes. Okay, you taking God's pictures, man. Okay, this is the way I remember a picture you took, and I was kind of mad at you for taking that because we could have lost you that day. You walked out on the lake.
Oh.
You walked out on the lake. It was icy, but you walked out on the lake. You laid your camera there, and you walked out on the lake, man.
Wow.
I know you're thinking, and I know you're creative, but damn, bro.
I was, you know what? That's when I first started, and I was so busy trying to compete with everybody else.
Yeah.
And it was when we had the polar vortex. So, the cars was so trapped in, I couldn't get out because I stayed in Miller on the beach. and this lady car was in the way, so I had to call off work. But I'm right there by the beach, so I said, I'm gonna walk over there. So I got all my little clothes on. I walked there. I said, "Ooh," I'm like, and the lake frozen. This Lake Michigan. So I said, I'm gonna walk out here. Now my heart was beating so fast.
That's crazy.
Man, I'm on the Lake Michigan, way out there, and you can hear crack. That's the lake. Oh, that's the ice cracking.
He was out there, y'all. He was
y'all
way
don't
out
see
there.
me tiptoeing. I'm
you walking.
Yeah, I went out there and shot that boy. I was like, man, I got the coldest shot. That was like
One-
one of the coldest pictures ever I got.
Yes.
One thing about Danny, he is adventurous.
Yeah.
He's very adventurous, bro.
I'm a
Creative,
damn fool. adventurous,
all of that, bro. We got so many stories.
Man.
Yeah, we got so many stories, especially casino stories, bro.
Oh man, thank you.
Look, we were on the first table that taught Jordan how to play craps at Majestic Stock.
Exactly. Jordan palmed my head one day. I said, "Hey, player, you don't know me like that." But Jordan cool if you hold your own.
Yeah.
If you hold your own, like you can say whatever.
Yeah, I got a
yeah, because him
Jordan, but I'm not gonna tell it, man, because he did me wrong. He did me bad.
I tell mine. He was on Majestic. Juanita was on Trump. He was on Majestic with 2 yada yadas, and he told them yada yadas, y'all got to find a way home. My wife on her way over there.
Juanita was so cool. I was dealing roulette to her one time, and I said, Juanita, because they'll come on the boat, you just talk to them. No, I said, how you meet you? And I still be trying to tell black women. Juanita told me this. She was like, I found out where he was going to be, and he loved golf. And so I started being at those golf where he played golf. Now I stood out because I'm the only black woman there. And I keep telling women to this day, hey, take y'all ass to the golf course because ain't no black women there. You will stand out. So the rich mugs out.
Don't tell them that.
I mean,
no, for real.
You're gonna have every woman.
But one of the honest things, sis, is that at the golf course is where businesses get closed, and if it's women playing golf, they gonna find them somebody there for sure. And it ain't like it's minimum wage people that's playing golf. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some people out there with some money for real.
Yeah.
So let me keep the story going. So you world known now. Everybody knows who Danny Black is. Okay, you turn the A over and make it the V standing up, but they still say Black. All right.
That was an accident.
Hey, look, and that's what I was about to ask him. Was that an accident? Because I do it all the time when I'm typing, and I go back and look, and I'll be like, "Oh man, I put a V there."
You know, it was I always go again, like I always go to Facebook. What y'all think about this? And when they say they don't like it, I always do it. Because when people say they don't like it, that means nobody doing it.
That's right.
So, I had just started using Photoshop, and I had to say it like this. When I first started, I didn't have a name. My last name Metcalf. I was not about to be Daniel Metcalf Photography. I was like, ugh, that sounds trash. So everybody called me Danny, growing up, even though they still call me Lex, but everybody still know me by Danny. So I'm like, okay, I am Danny. That was my name.
Right.
Then a few people would hit me up. Hey, could I use the I am? I mean, respectfully, I was like, yeah, you could use. I'm like, no, I don't want to be I am Danny no more. So I know a guy, his name is Jesse Black, producer. He cold in the mud. And I always liked his name. And I was like, I'm gonna take that name. I gotta do something different. But why am I gonna call myself Black? They're gonna ask me that. And then I thought about it. Okay, I will always be Black and I'll always be Danny. And I said, that's cold. That's a dope story. When I started writing it, I'm like, because you see on my first early pictures is BLACK. And I wanted to stand out. So I'm like, how can I couldn't turn the A upside down in Photoshop. So I tried all night. And I'm like, how do you flip these letters? And then I tried to erase the little part of the A and I couldn't do it. So I just threw a V right there. And I was like,
That's it.
cool. Let me go to Facebook. I went to Facebook. Everybody, man, look like Bluck. That's ugly. Man, don't do you messed up your name. Even my daughter said, Danny, that's call me Danny Bluck to this day. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? What's crazy? That started a trend. Everybody started doing it.
Everybody started doing it. I'm like, I see people tag me all the time when they see Black. Danny, is this you? I'm like, nah, that one ain't me. That's because Paris, Black from Paris blew up. Like they're real big. So you'll see a luggage and they took my damn same letters.
They did.
Same font.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what the hell? So that's how I got it. Accident.
So, bro, let's fast forward a little bit, okay? Because I want to get it all in.
Okay.
So you doing everything, you living your dream, and then God called you. God called you.
Man, you talking about that? Okay, that's why I can't close my hand now. I'm at work, and I rarely get sick, and I was doing 8 to 12 miles on the beach, up and down. You know, that's how I do. Right. And I'm there, and my wife needs. Well, she's my fiance, but I always call her my wife. She needs a kidney, and she was down and up, down and up. So I'm talking to her at work. She's like, baby, I need to sleep. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm at work chilling, and forgive me for saying this. Hope y'all don't get sick of it. I had to throw up, and I threw up, and I'm like, I don't throw up. What's wrong with me? So I'm sitting there. My hand got numb for a little bit, and I'm like, all right. 30 minutes later, I throw up again. I'm like, what is going on? I ain't feeling good at all. But I'm still doing my job and everything. And I started walking to the restroom, and I started walking to the side like, what? Oh, wait a minute. Am I dizzy? Okay, let me go back. I throw up again. Now, mind you, it's from 11:30 to 3 now. I'm having a stroke and don't even know it. I could be way better right now if I would have took my butt the first time I threw up. I threw up 4 times. Now, mind you, it's almost 4 o'clock now. From 11:30 to 4, I'm having a stroke and don't know it. So I just said, hey, man, y'all call them people because I think I'm having a stroke because I Googled it. And they came and got me. And I walked to the ambulance and everything. They said, can you walk? I said, yeah, man. So here's the crazy part. My wife just had a stroke November 6th, the year before that. Wow. So it's November 1st, the next year. And she had I didn't know there was different types of strokes, and she had a TIA. So when they said, yeah, you having a stroke, I'm going, oh, that's TIA. I'll be straight. And I didn't know I was having a major, my brain was bleeding. I didn't know that. I was hemorrhaging. So yeah, it was too late for them to operate. I had to go early, and then they could have caught it, and boom, I probably wouldn't have been the way I was. So I was there, and my wife finally woke up. She called me, and they make you do this. And I was still doing this, and I was like, oh, I'm good, babe. I'll be up running. I'll be back to work in a month. The next day, I woke up, everything went to sleep. From my neck to my toe. It looked like, y'all ever slept on your arm and can't move it? Yeah. My whole side of my right side. I'm looking at it and it won't move. I'm like, oh, I almost started tearing up. I was like, this ain't real. And my wife just happened to come early that day. And she's sitting in the chair next to me. And I'm like, I can't move. What am I going to do? And I got a saying. I say it all the time, and she hated it. Either we winning or we whining. What we doing? What we doing? We either winning or we whining. And she said that. You either winning or you whining. What we doing? I was like, you right. I'm going to get this. So, man, I tell them now, last year at this time, I couldn't even stand up by myself.
Couldn't stand up.
I had to basically crawl. This year, 3 days ago, I was in New York, baby, Times Square, making content, filming videos, walking all around, dancing on a 360 camera. I said, look at me. I was so happy. They was like, "You having fun?" The ladies that seen me, and I was like, "Man, I couldn't walk last year the same day. The same day. Today I'm doing my thing." So I was in the hospital, and a good friend of mine, she hit me up in instant messenger. She said, "Document your comeback." I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "That's your duty. That's your job." I said, "My job? It ain't my." I'm thinking myself, "It ain't my job." She was like, "That's your job.
And
You
you did
need
it.
to motivate people to get back." And I've been doing it ever since, man. And
You've
people been
done it.
hitting me up. "Hey, could you talk to my cousin? He want to give up. He just had a stroke." Hey, put him on, because I know how it feels to be down and out. And you definitely got to have somebody in your corner. And
Yeah,
my
man.
wife upstairs, and
I
all my
remember
friends.
when you had it. Yeah,
I
I
was
remember when you had it,
devastated.
bro. I was
devastated,
mad as
bro.
hell. I was trying to
Yeah.
call him. He wasn't picking up. None of that, bro.
Man,
Matter of fact,
I was so
Chris
sad.
is the one. Chris is the one that told me. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
get out of here.
yeah.
Don't answer that.
I was like, man, I was like, he ain't picking up, but I was like, I'm gonna give him some time. And then he
I
ended up
didn't.
hitting me back on Messenger.
Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. My
Yeah, you
wife
did.
went on there and posted it and said, "Pray for my fiance." And she was like, "You told me you was loved. You see all them comments?" And I said, I tried to tell you, you ain't the only one seeing me."
Because you have one of those journeys. That's a journey, man. And people need to hear these stories. All right, that's what we're about here at Dope Living TV Live, man. We want to tell that story, from beginning to end. I mean, regardless of how it happened, you came out of it, and
Yeah.
the story is one of those inspirational stories that has to be told, because right now they call you the plug. You out here helping
Oh
folk now.
man, that's you know what? I was like, I need to come up with something. I'm like, I'm the plug. I've been the plug. I know a lot of people say they the plug, but I'm the plug for real. Here it is right here. This is this my logo. I'm like, you know what? But the crazy part, I'm gonna tell it too. So I'm at work, right? I was looking for my phone. And I never heard of Facebook dating. So I'm on my phone scrolling. I'm like, Facebook dating? Where'd that come from? How'd that get on my phone? And I looked at it like, I'm like, oh, that's what they've been talking about for about a year or two. Oh, somebody must have sent me an invite. So anyway, I signed up. I'm on it. So one day I go on it, and I see this little chocolate thing. I'm like, ooh, she pretty. Ooh, she like me. I'm like, well, if she like me, then I ain't got that much to do because she already like me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so the first thing I did was screenshot it because I ain't want to lose her. I screenshot it because I saw two mutual friends. I said, boom, I ain't losing this one. She like me. And I went back to work. And then I started going through them two mutual friends, and I couldn't find her. It just had the first name. I don't find no Tiffany's. So I just said, bump it. I went to her inbox thing, and I said, hey, I'm not trying to rush you, but I think you're real beautiful. Whenever you feel like, it's okay to contact me back, here's my number, because I didn't want to lose the information.
Right.
Boom. She hit me up that night. I was like, oh, she hit me back. Oh, yeah. We talking, we going back and forth. We found out we got the same dogs, Geminis, like the same thing, travel. I'm like, man. So here's the deal. As a photographer, her makeup was flawless. So I was like, hey, can I say something? She was like, yeah. I said, your makeup is flawless. You ever thought about doing makeup? Now, she one of the top interior designers in the world. I don't know this. And I'm telling her she can do makeup. So she's saying, nah, I'm pretty good with my career. And I'm thinking, I think you are. I'm trying to tell you something. You should listen. I don't know she's famous. I don't know she's famous. So she go, yeah, I just started following you and see your Instagram. I said, yeah, I'm on Instagram. So I got like 90,000 followers. I'm like, yeah, I'm on Instagram. This is who I am. Go see. So she say, oh, okay, I'm following you. I'm like, yeah, I know she impressed. Now I see my picture. I see blue check following me. I'm like, who following me with a blue check? Tiffany. Oh, and I'm talking all these. She said, you see me? I'm like, yeah, I see you. Okay. My whole conversation changed. I'm like, yeah, okay. So how you doing tonight?
We're not gonna put her out there. We ain't gonna put her out there. But she's been on television for a while, y'all.
13 years, and I don't know.
And he didn't even know.
Man, it was crazy. She got her own show on HGTV. I'm sitting there going, Tiffany Brooks, HGTV. Oh my God. And it's so crazy. When we went on our first date, it was just perfect. You know what I mean? And what made me really like her, because I'm like, dang, this girl can buy my life. So that's do it. So I'm thinking, how can I even take her out anywhere? And what? Damn, she probably had everything. So crazy part, she was like, leave your Jeep here. We're gonna ride, a little BMW. I'm like, she tried to show out. I might care about her. So she said she liked Cooper's Hawk. And it's during a time where you had to have vaccines and all that. And so we go to Cooper's Hawk. I didn't have a vaccine, so they was like, you can't come up in here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And man, what made me, it's two things that happened that night that said, it's her. She was like, we can eat in the car, like a little picnic. I'm like, huh? She want to eat Tiffany Brooks? Want to eat in the car? Okay, all right. And then she looked at the menu and she saw something. I never forget it was $38. She said, ooh, this is $38. Is that cool if I order it? Is that too much?
Wow. Wow.
I'm like, $38 ain't yeah. And we ain't been apart since, man. It's almost 3 years.
That's a beautiful love story.
Upstairs.
It is a story, Gene. This is an entire story. That's what I was saying, man. Which I'm glad, sometimes when I'm gonna call him out. Sometimes when I reach out to Danny, he don't answer. All right. He don't answer.
I probably don't see it.
So I told Chris yesterday, Chris, I want to get Danny on the show, man. Can you he'll probably answer you because you out of town, all right? So Chris called, you did it, man. You came through, man. The plug is telling everybody about how to get their content together, how to get their visuals together, but what cameras to buy for this and that, because y'all see his picture's flawless right now. Tell us real quickly about what you do with the plug.
Okay, with the plug, I just started saying, you know what, I'm gonna help people create content because people always inboxing me, Danny, I'm scared to do this. And I met a guy in Atlanta and he's mentoring me and he tells everybody to start a podcast. And I'm like, that's true. And then he broke it down why to start a podcast. You could help your business. You could do a podcast can bring everything in. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna start helping people my age, you know what I mean, and up, you know what I mean, because I was pretty big on TikTok at one time.
Exactly.
So I went super viral on TikTok. So I was like, okay, let me help people older. So I said I'm gonna help people 40 and up, because we got a lot to say, and a lot of us don't think we do. We like, I ain't jet setting around the world. I don't look like that little 20-something-year-old. But they ain't never been through what we've been through. We've been through what they've been through. So I said, I'm going to help people. And I'm going to do this. And I was Danny Black doing my thing. And I said, nah, I'm the plug. And my wife was like, what is that? I said, I'm the plug. You see, I help everybody. So I just started saying, I'm the plug. I'm going to help people. So I started making reels and shorts. And, yo, it's the plug, baby. And I say it all the time so people will know. And I say it real hood like I do. It's the plug, baby. And people remember that.
Yep.
I mean, so I started helping people with, what cameras to get, what I'm real big on this phone because everybody ain't got money like that. So I'm real big on helping people spend the least amount of money and maximize it. So it's like, yo, you need this, you need that. I'm the plug. I can help you. I could do this. We say, this is a new mom. Yep, exactly. And so that's why I've been, man, helping everybody and doing what I do, and it's starting to take off. And I only been doing it 3 weeks. No, a month.
Exactly.
Month.
And it's taking off. I mean, because I hear it all the time, man. But you know what? I wanted you on here, man. So I wanted you on before a long time ago, but you got real super busy. So, you know, I want you to tell. I know you've seen this show before, right? What do you think about this? Are we good?
Man, y'all doing y'all thing. Remember, I saw you when y'all first started out.
And
I was on there back when
Not
you
when
had,
we was on Facebook.
Right.
Man, because Greg helped out a friend of mine's daughter. Yep. And you know that was 2.5 years ago almost. And I've been watching and seeing from back then. One thing about Greg, if he do it, it's gonna be done. If he do it, he ain't gonna BS. He ain't gonna wait for you either. If he say he gonna do it, and the thing about Greg, he know how to communicate. And when he talk, I tell everybody, my wife do it too. When you find somebody that smile when they talk, they inviting. And Greg always he has a way to invite you in to his space when he speak to you, and you're gonna listen because he speak with knowledge. And see, I know he been around the big wigs. So he's a big wig, but I'm just saying, you know, the billionaires. I ain't gonna say the one name because that's your boy. He caught up. But yeah, he know everybody, and he's always willing to help. Like we'd go all the way back to the photography thing. First thing he said was, "Yo, find this guy, follow him. I'm the one to help put him on. Just say my name." Now this dude probably the biggest photographer in the Midwest, one of the biggest in the country. Period. Yeah. I'm talking about big dog.
Yes, sir.
I mentioned Greg's name. He said, "Oh man, Greg, yo." I said, "It's like my brother. Whatever you need." He the one put me on. I'm like, okay. Greg said that. I was like, he said Greg the one that put him on. And I was like, oh. I just followed this dude. And it's funny, I brought his name up because he be on my page now. Liking my posts and saying, you know, God bless you and keep striving, Danny.
Because you got bigger than him now. You know what I'm saying? But he's not that guy. He's not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? He give props and props is due, man. You have done so much, Danny. All right. I had to cut you off for me because I don't like nobody talking about me. So much in this world. You know, I wanted to make sure that you got your flowers from us, bro, because again, man. I've seen you from beginning to where you're at right now, man, and it's still more to do.
Oh yeah, and the crazy part, you, Mills, man, I seen y'all every time I go to Vegas. Chris hit me up. Where you at? What you doing? I could just barely get there. Where you at? I'm picking you up. He come get me if I got time. Boom, he there. Maybe here, maybe there. Hey, I'm gonna take you there. Hey, I'm gonna take you by the taking me to the studio. Man, every single time he find out that I'm coming in town, if I could have the time, he there.
That's what's up. Hey man, look, there's never enough time to talk, man. It's already time to go. But
sorry, y'all.
No. This is one of the times that I think everybody needed to listen because I wanted everybody to feel your story. Okay, this was a story that needed to be told. Okay, give us your final words, Danny.
I will say, and I just said this on my live: when it's your time to show up, show out. I usually curse when I say it, but I ain't. When it's your time to show up, show the F out because you don't know when you're going to get that time again. Exactly. So always be ready and always pray. Always believe it. Have faith. Faith won't get you. If you ain't got no faith, then you ain't got nothing.
You got nothing. And we do curse on the show too, bro. Anyway, Mo.
Man, tonight you just seen a perfect example of how networking just gets you there. You know what I'm saying? You get hooked up, knowing somebody that knows somebody, and then, you know, you just get bigger and bigger. The network ain't no joke, y'all. y'all out there, this was an example tonight of how that network works, and you work that network and it'll get you work.
Thank
So,
you.
Chris.
Well, I mean, I came on late, but I would go in deep. Like I talk about Greg, I talk about Danny the same way. Like the success that I've had and that I continue to have, because I call I call Danny the LL Cool J of GI because he always reinventing himself.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, and it's been back since like when LL was popping. You know what I'm saying? Up until now, he always reinvented himself. So that's what keeps me going. It keeps me. That's why I was mad when that happened to him, and I didn't get a chance to holler at him. I was like, because I went through the same thing in 2014. So I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
me
you're gonna have to
too.
do this. You're gonna have to, yeah. I was like, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do that. When I finally got a chance to talk to him, but yeah, man. I mean, Lex amazing. You know what I'm saying? He produced my little brother's new best friend. He produced my group, Hoodlums. He did all of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's family right there. So I owe a lot of my success to Greg and Danny. You know what I'm saying? Danny Black, Lex amazing, the plug, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, I owe him a lot to him, bro.
Oh my goodness.
He the guy, man. Gina.
Oh man, this story is just so amazing. All of the turns and twists, and you still stood up and kept going. This is I'm telling you, I got a family member right now that need to get in the hospital because of high blood pressure. I've been walking around since February with blood pressure so high, and I'm steady telling them you at stroke level. Like you can, and I just would love for him to hear your story because it's inspiring and it's an eye opener. And I just want to thank you for sharing, because not everybody want to share their personal information like that. But this is something that you've been through that can inspire other people. And you are listening to God telling you to share that story with others so that they can be inspired and they can do something as well. I take my hat off to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. You want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something before you, because I know you always close, and I'm just going to tell them one quick story. We at Horseshoe Casino on the crap table, and I come to work one day with a iced out watch, iced out bracelet, and the iced out chain. He's like, man, take that shit out. We ain't going to get no tips.
Like he don't need it.
Out of that.
He's like, take that off, man.
Hey, Ludine, I love this picture, man. But hey, there was a time I remember, and I'm going way back real quick. Danny and the boys were coming into that club that was on 15th Avenue.
Oh, Land Fair.
Land Fair.
And
that's the one I told you. Teddy Pendergrass owed me money.
I had scheduled an opportunity to talk with these guys, so they had a whole routine where they came, they got out the limo, they ran in, came to the stage, got off the stage, and ran out. I just said, these are my boys, so I know they're gonna hook me up, okay? Man, them cats ran right past me. I'm like, well, to me, I'm like, well, dang, I got this video show and a dance show at the same time, and they ran right past. These are my guys. I know they just ran right past me, but I knew the caliber of guys that they were, and I knew where they were going, okay? I knew that, just because I missed them then didn't mean I was going to miss anything that happened, okay? I've been following Danny ever since, all right? And I knew, as I said, like when we sat outside and prayed, I knew where it was going because God ordained this, all right? Danny, you have done everything, because I prayed for you several times. You know this. You've done everything that I prayed for, all right? And possibly everything and more that you prayed for. And to go through all of the tragedies that you've gone through, and to see you right now, man, if I didn't see it myself, I would never believe it. You know what I'm saying? But everything that he said has been true, and it's a journey, and it's a fantastic story, brother. I'm so glad that you came on the show to share that with us.
Man, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just happy to know the caliber of men y'all are. You know what I mean? People don't say that enough. Besides the family, the friend, the caliber of men and black men. And I'm not, saying knocking nobody else, but we need men like that. y'all make us step my game up. So appreciate that.
And you do that as well.
I need my big brother Danny. Yeah. I need my big brother Danny to finish that Euphoria beat for me.
Man, I'm so sorry about that.
Hey man, y'all go on Facebook and y'all can see Danny Black. Okay, that's just
I
like
just sent a friend request.
Man,
Go to
you
his
know what's
page.
funny? I'm gonna say this. They took my page. I just started that page like 2 years ago. I had like probably close to 200,000 followers.
I
I ain't trying to
know.
brag or nothing, but I worked hard, to build
bragging.
all
It's
this
the
up.
truth. It ain't
And I'm
bragging.
just starting it all over. And my friend was like, damn, every time you start, some people come. I said, yeah, because I be on it all day trying to work.
Because you genuine, bro. Because you real. You know what I'm saying? That's what people gravitate to real.
It is work.
People gravitate to real. So, and speaking of reels, we got to start doing reels too, y'all. Okay, so let's just make it. Danny's matter of fact, man. Yeah, put us on, man.
I'm gonna put you on to where you can, Opus clip, where you can just dump this. What we doing right now? You just take the link, dump it in the Opus clip, and it make clips and reels automatically for you.
Done, y'all. See, come on, man. Opus clip. Y'all, all of y'all out there that's trying to do, look, go to the plug. Go to Danny Black's page. He got a bunch of reels on there, little short reels, and showing you guys how to do this. This is he's giving it to you for free, but you would have to pay for this. Trust me, you would have to pay for this. He's giving you everything that these guys are inboxing us saying, okay, I can help you make your podcast. I can do it.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right? I'm telling you. We get so many, Danny, that come on and say, hey, we can boost your Facebook page and we can do this and do that. No, stop. I'm not paying you to do that.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do it, especially now that we got the plug, y'all. Okay, Opus clip.
The plug, baby.
The plug, baby. Hey, man. Appreciate you for coming on to the show.
All right, man.
Okay. I need you to do a drop for the show, too, at some point. Just drop and send it to me, all right?
Okay, I do that.
Cool. Man, this is Dope Living TV Live. We had a good time. Tomorrow, man, hold on. I got to tell y'all who we got tomorrow real quick. Katina called me. She said, Greg, I need to have him on, okay? This guy, his name is Clifton, Cliftun. He does, it's a different type of music. Danny, if I can remember what it is, I would say, have you heard of it? What is it? I'm reading real quick. Okay, I'm not reading.
Is that the Creole Soul girl?
I forgot what she said. It's. I never heard of the music before. Y'all gonna see it tomorrow, so we'll find out. But he'll be on tomorrow. Thank you, Katina, for doing that. Again, Danny, thank you for coming on the show and inspiring us, man. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. Love y'all.
Definitely.
All right, this is Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Hey.